Coming up on today's Locked On Angels, it's Thanksgiving. So let's spend a little bit of time and say what we're thankful for in Angels baseball. That's right now on Locked On Angels.
You are Locked On Angels, your daily Los Angeles Angels podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Locked On Angels, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for making Locked On Angels your first listen of the day every single day. I'm your host, Steve Granado. You can shoot me a follow over on Twitter at Steve Granado, Granado. And you know what? Today's episode is brought to you ad-free, thanks to Thanksgiving and, of course, the Locked On Network. So just as a thanks from us to you, no ads here today. So we'll go ahead and keep it short. I know everyone's trying to get to Thanksgiving. Everyone's trying to get to your families, and that's awesome. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday, and so obviously I'm very excited for all the food and family time. Very, very grateful for all that. I will say what I'm thankful for in Angels baseball a little bit later on in the show, but of course, just overall, I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful that I was able to get vaccinated, and I'm thankful that I'm safe, and that my family is safe as well. So that's number one. Super grateful for health and for another year of living. That should not go by the wayside. So let's go ahead and dive into what some of the things you guys said. I asked for your tweets, your comments, your voicemails, and you guys responded like you always do. You guys are doing great. Of course, you can always shoot us a follow at Locked On Angels and send us tweets whenever you feel necessary. And of course, our voicemail line, our phone line, 714-409-6396. Let's start with a voicemail. We got one. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it.
Hey, Steve, it's Jose in Seattle again. Just calling in to say what I'm thankful for. Two things. And the first one is actually the MLB.com app. Moving to Seattle years ago, one of the things that was crushing was not being able to watch my Halos on TV. But now that MLB.com and the app exists, I can watch the games even up here. So I'm really grateful and thankful for that. And number two, going with the Homer answer, thankful for this podcast. It's great to be able to talk some Angels baseball during the off season and really get pumped up whenever news comes through. That's what I got. Happy Thanksgiving.
Jose, happy Thanksgiving, man, and thanks for the love. I'm glad that you're enjoying the show and you're always checking in. And the side note, when you called in about the Shohei stuff, you had bad cell service. That's why I didn't use your voicemail. In case you're wondering, it was all jittery and messed up. So sorry about that, bro. But yeah, man, the MLB app, yeah, for all the flack that it gets for blackout stuff, and while that is completely warranted, I would love to be able to just use the app to watch Angels baseball here at home instead of having to steal somebody's login or whatever for Bally Sports. For out-of-state fans, I mean, it's incredible. Like, it's perfect. It just gives you it live. If you have whatever Roku or Google TV or Amazon or whatever, you could use the app there. And I will say that the app is pretty darn good. I love that I can use the audio feeds. I use the audio feeds all the time, especially when I'm driving because, I cover high school and college sports here in Southern California. So I will listen to so much baseball, even non-Angels baseball. I'll just flip on, Mariners games, or I'll flip on, a White Sox game or whatever, just to listen and kind of enjoy it that way. So for that, yeah, the app is really, really good. So I'm glad you like it, man. And I'm glad that you can stay connected with Angels baseball all the way out in the Pacific Northwest. Thanks for your call, Jose. You can call anytime. Again, 714-409-6396. I'm thankful for you, Jose. And of course, I'm thankful for all Angels fans. We'll get to that here in a second. This is what everybody else had to say. However, we got plenty of tweets and comments. Let's go ahead and check in on them. First one coming in here from Gregory Manning saying, I am thankful that I can still find reasonable tickets on most games at Angel Stadium to bring my family to a game on a safe environment. Yeah, Greg, thanks for your tweet, man. Yeah, we talk about Angel Stadium here fairly often, and it is a great ballpark, man. It's a safe ballpark. Yeah, reasonable tickets. Last year, I would say that some of the tickets, especially at the end of the season before they started doing that $3 thing, were not reasonable. I was like, dude, come on. This is a tough team right now, and you're still charging me $25 to $30. Yeah, I do wish they would bring back some of those nosebleed 10 and under seats. They are getting a little expensive, but yeah, for the most part, if you're trying to go out to the ballpark, on any random weeknight, there's a good chance you'll be able to find a decently priced ticket. Concessions to the ballpark, another story. But that's not what we're here to do today. We're here to say what we're thankful for. And I am thankful that Angel Stadium is a safe environment. I am never scared when I am there. I'm never worried that fans are going to do anything or anything like that. They do a pretty darn good job of keeping us safe at Angel Stadium. So yes, Greg, I will echo your sentiment. I am thankful for that as well. Thank you, Greg, for your tweet. We have a Twitter comment, this one coming in from Torrid, saying, "Hey, Steve, I'm thankful to God for everything, but regarding the Angels, I'm thankful that Artie is willing to spend. Manazian is working hard and has already picked up Thor and Loop. Thankful that he's still saying we may re-sign Reisel. Thankful Shohei won the MVP." Torrid, thanks so much for your comment. Yeah, I think there's going to be a couple of comments and tweets that actually echo your sentiment too. But yeah, Perry is working hard. I do appreciate that. Flying out to New York was, that's a thing that you had to do, and it ended up working out. That's how you end up getting Norris Syndergaard to come over to the Angels. It ended up working and picking up Loop. Yeah, Perry's working hard, man. He's working hard, and I am thankful for having him on our side at this point. It seems like he is legitimately trying to rebuild this team and build it up to something great. So thanks so much for your comment, Torrid. Let's hop on over to Twitter now. We got one, pretty much the same thing. This one coming from Angels fan 1522. Zach saying, "I'm thankful for Perry finally getting pitching." Yes, I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. Yeah, I mean, the Noah Syndergaard signing was just, if anything else, if nothing else, just a sigh of relief, right? It was just like oh man, we finally did something. And it just felt good for that day. For years and years of being tormented of not getting the pitching that we wanted, for us to get Noah Syndergaard, everything else aside, it just felt good, at least for that day, at least for the next couple of days. I was like, man, at least we got something. So Zach, I'm right there with you, man. We got one coming here on Twitter as well. This is coming from CA Graphs 27. I'm very thankful for Mike Trout. He is the best thing to ever happen to our team since 2002. Knowing through all the tough times in the past 7 years, he will stick it through with us is very comforting. It is great to see a guy as great as him want to stick with a quote unquote bad team. Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for your tweet. You have never checked in. I've never seen your tweets, so thank you so much for checking in first time. Oliver XKIVETT1 over on Twitter. Thankful for Trout. Yeah, man. I mean, the last couple of years have been a little bit plagued with injuries, especially 2021. So I feel like Shohei kind of stole the conversation around Angels baseball, and rightfully so. But yeah, Trouty, man, it is. I think something gets lost in the game when players switch teams. Not seeing Anthony Rizzo in a Cubs uni forever, or Chris Bryant in a Cubs uni forever is heartbreaking. Potentially not seeing Clayton Kershaw wear a Dodgers uniform just feels wrong, right? It just feels wrong. Those kinds of things. So for Trout to want to spend his entire career here in Southern California is awesome. Shocking, given the career that he has been surrounded by, but nonetheless, man, am I grateful for that. It is an absolute honor to be able to say I get to watch him every day when he is playing, and for him to be, a leader on this team. It is truly a blessing, and to be able to call him an Angel for life, and will eventually be a Hall of Fame Angel. It's really, really cool, man. So yes, I am right there with you. I am grateful for Mike Trout as well. Another one coming here on from Twitter, RJ, hello, I'm assuming that's a FAJJELO. Straight up, Jared's no-hitter. Yeah, May 2nd, 2012 versus the Twins, man. Jared Weaver's no-hitter. I have a quick little weird story about this night. So it was 2012. So this is my freshman year of college, my second semester of college. And I was still commuting from my parents. I hadn't moved out just yet in La Habra, and I was a Cal State Fullerton kid. So I was driving from La Habra to Cal State Fullerton every day. And yes, 5 days a week. I had classes 5 days. I didn't know how to make a schedule just yet. But yeah, at this point, I'm still watching on terrestrial TV, and what was it? Fox Sports West had a dispute at this time with Dish Network, what my family had at the time. And so I was not able to watch this game. I had to turn on MLB Network, which thankfully was carrying the feed of Jared Weaver's last couple of innings. I was watching on the at-bat app. I was keeping up. I was just keeping up with the score. And then I saw that a no-no was going on. I was like, oh my God, I can't watch this. And we were so mad because my dad and I would watch every game. And we were both just like livid that we couldn't do it. So we ended up switching to DirecTV after that. And my family still has DirecTV because of it. So yeah, way to go, Dish Network. You lost a customer because you didn't cover the Angels for this very, very important day. But thankfully we had MLB Network and I was able to watch the last couple of innings. So super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for Jared's no-no. What a night that was. That was such a cool one. Torrey Hunter and Wright pulling down that final out. Yeah, that was a great night. Very great night. And I'm glad that I was able to see at least something there because shout out Dish Network. You totally screwed my family over. Anyway, okay, we got one more tweet coming in for you guys. This one's coming from Michael Torres at Mick94. I'm thankful for Perry Manassian. He seems to be doing a good job so far and is more player-centric than previous GMs. I think he can help bring a championship to Anaheim. Thanks, Michael, for your tweet. I've seen you check in a couple of times, so I'm glad you checked in here for our holiday episode as well. Yeah, same sentiments that many have echoed here today. Perry does seem to be doing a pretty good job here at this point. And yeah, the player-centric thing, I think that's interesting. Yeah, for him to go do that one-on-one with Noah, we'll see what he's able to land here in the future. But yeah, I'm right there with you, Michael. I'm happy so far with Perry Manassian's ability to trade some guys and be able to keep the core intact. He's be able to make a couple of trades and get some relief options. Be able to get Jansen Junk without losing Joe Adell, without losing Brandon Marsh, and he's done a pretty darn good job so far. So I have been pleased, and I am thankful that that this stuff has been able to be done, and while keeping the core intact. I haven't felt like, oh my gosh, we lost something. Right. I don't know if you feel the same way or if Angels fans feel the same way, but I'm sitting here going, yeah, I don't feel like I've lost anything. So super cool. Thank you guys so much for all your tweets and your calls and your comments. You guys are awesome. And that's where I want to start what I'm thankful for. I'm so thankful for this fan base right now. I took over back in late September at the end of the season, and I honestly didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know if this was a popular show. I listened here and there to Brent. I was friends with, I am friends with Taylor Blake Ward, who was the host prior to Brent. So when I took over, I was like, well, I don't really know what the response is. I don't know how involved Angels fans are with the show or what's going to become of it. And for the most part, everything has been pretty smooth sailing. You guys have been super welcoming. I've been an Angels fan my whole life. And, to be able to take over the show and share this game with everybody and share this team with everybody has been really cool, especially here in the offseason that we haven't had much to talk about aside from a couple of signings and a trade. It's really cool to be able to create this community, create the culture that we've wanted to talk about this entire time and make Angels baseball cool, right? Like it's kind of weird to say it that way, but that's essentially what we're trying to do. And for the response to be what it's been and for all the views, the subscribers, the likes, the downloads, you guys are great, man. We are now up to, as of last week, and this does have a lot to do with Thor and and Shohei winning MVP, but we are up to number 6 on Locked On MLB now. We are the number 6 most popular podcast on Locked On MLB, which is freaking awesome, man. You guys are awesome. You're listening, you're clicking, you're sharing, you're following. And for us to have this much growth in the off season is further than my dreams. And that when I came into this and I have big plans coming the regular season, coming spring training, like I have really big plans that I'm really hoping to blow out this show and really hoping to create this community and do meetups and all this kind of stuff to try and further this community. So I'm super grateful for all of you. I'm super thankful for all you and all your comments and all your likes and all that stuff. It is helping drive this show and it is helping making this thing become more and more popular. As far as Angels, I'm super grateful that we even have Angels baseball, that we had baseball in 2020 at all, that we had baseball in 2021. And, ever since the pandemic started, I've been trying to be more grateful for the things that I have in my life. And baseball is one of those. Like I said, I'm a play-by-play broadcaster, and as soon as the pandemic hit, my income completely stopped. But 2, what I did for a living and what I work so hard to do is to call most notably baseball, and for baseball to be ripped away from me like that was extremely eye-opening and extremely hard on me. And the fact that, 1, I'm still alive and kicking and healthy. And, my whole family is, for the most part. I, did lose a couple loved ones, but, for everybody to still pretty much be here, and for me to be able to spend a Thanksgiving with my family is so amazing. And I'm so grateful that I have my family and my friends and we're all healthy, and that I still have baseball in my life, because baseball is so important to me. And I hope it's important to you too. I got to imagine it is if you're still sitting here listening to me ramble on. But I mean, the easy ones. I'm thankful for Chow. I'm thankful for Shohei. who isn't at this point? But I'm just so grateful for baseball. Baseball is the most important thing besides for my family and my girlfriend and, my loved ones. It's the most important tangible thing in my life. And I love this game so damn much. And I'm so grateful to have it. And I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you guys so much. We're going to keep this episode a little bit shorter so you can go hang out with your family, go get some turkey, or, whatever vegan turkey you're doing this year, or mashed potatoes, or whatever your jive is. I hope you guys are spending it with your family, with loved ones. And if you can't, hey, at least you got to spend a little bit of time today with us as well. Don't forget to shoot us a follow on Twitter at Locked On Angels. You can follow me as well at Steve Granado, Granado. Call our voicemail line 714-409-6396. You can call me anytime, 24/7, 365, and leave a voicemail, and you could be featured on a future episode, just like Jose was earlier in today's show. Don't forget to check out my other podcast. It's the off season, and the lockout is coming, so you're going to probably be looking for some content, and I got plenty of it. Our game, it's how the search for the Latino Jackie Robinson turned into something way more complicated. We are examining the Latin contributions to American baseball. It's a really cool history podcast, an 8-part docuseries I worked on throughout the pandemic, and you guys should check it out. I think you would really, really like it. It's super fun. It's available for free on all audio platforms. And of course, my other podcast, also available for free. It's called Movies I Should Have Watched with my best friend Alex, and we're watching all the old movies that we missed over the years, and we recently just released a best of 2021 episode. So if you've never listened to Movies I Should Have Watched, you should go there and listen to that one. Movies I Should Have Watched, available for free everywhere audio podcast platforms. It's a great time. It's a jokey podcast. It's kind of comedy. It's kind of fun. And it's two minorities chatting about movies, which might be a different perspective that you've never gotten before. So you might want to check that one out. It's a whole bunch of fun. Again, that's Movies I Should Have Watched. I want to thank you for making Locked On Angels your first listen today, even here on Thanksgiving. And of course, for your second listen today, check out Locked On Bets, your daily one-stop shop for all your gambling needs. Locked On Bets, hosted by your boy Q, with expert analysis and insight from Lee Sterling. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us in today's episode of Locked On Angels. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you're well. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're safe. And I hope you're with loved ones with plenty of food to eat. Thank you so much for checking us out. We'll be back more with tomorrow, and we're still 5 days a week, even throughout this lockout that starts on December the 1st. Thanks so much, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Later.